The victim of this case was Briana Soto, a 17-year-old high school girl. And, she was, murdered by this individual that we are charging. And then shortly thereafter, about 2 weeks later, he went out to do a drive-by shooting where there were other 4 kids. Thankfully, they were not injured, but they were shot at. And then he was outstanding for a period of time. This is a person that has had a lengthy criminal history coming from other communities. And then we had these 2 incidents here. Our hearts go out to the family. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that this individual is not only held accountable, but if he is convicted, that he will spend the rest of his life in prison.
From what I understand, he was he was out on a supervised release. And I think the big question everyone's asking is, why was this man out on the streets to begin with?
Yeah, so our understanding, this is a Kern County case, so I don't have all the details. His 2 prior cases, the most recent prior cases, but he's got a lengthy history. It goes back to the early 2000s. The most recent cases was out of Ventura County in 2019, and then he picked up a case in Kern County, and he was released from that. And he wound up in our community, not exactly sure why he wound up in our community, and then, quite inexplicable, he committed this murder, and then 2 weeks later, he was engaged in a drive-by shooting. Thankfully, again, there were no other no one else was hurt, but he's being charged with both murder as well as 4 attempt murders. Why he was released from the Kern County case, I don't have any idea.
Is it your opinion that he should have not been released?
Well, look, anytime that you have someone that gets released and they go out to harm other people, obviously the rearview mirror was saying that he should not have been released. But again, we don't have all the details as to why he was released. The reality is he was here in our community. He caused harm in our community, irreparably to him, and we're going to hold him accountable.
And it was cell phone and DNA evidence that ultimately linked him to this crime and the other crime. Is that correct?
I'm just going to limit it to forensic evidence. This is an ongoing litigation, and we don't want to do anything to compromise that case. All I can tell you is that the Long Beach Police Department did a fantastic job putting this case together. And we're going to use that evidence and we'll continue an investigation and make sure that he gets prosecuted appropriately.